What do you think about the student-faculty ratio and how it affects the students at the school?
Okay, what do I think about the student-faculty ratio and how that affects students here at school? I think that there are definitely a lot less students in most schools, and it's a little shocking at first, but it provides something that not many schools get, which is a lot of quality time and a lot of one-on-one time for students and teachers. That way, if any students have any issues with academics, maybe they're struggling with certain classes, they have teachers who are there and aware of where they're at because they have so much time to place emphasis on each student as opposed to having 6 classes of 40 students each, where it's just really difficult for a professor or a teacher to be heavily involved with all their students.
Okay. What do you think about bullying here, and do you see it, and how do you feel about it?
Okay, what do I think about bullying here? I don't see bullying here in the traditional sense. I think what happens here is more, I think students are sometimes unaware of how they act towards other students, and a lot of it is played off as being for jokes or because it's funny. And I think sometimes they fail to realize that the way they speak can be hurtful to other students, and sometimes it does seem a little hurtful. So I think it's more about teaching students to be more mindful of what they say and how that affects others.
How safe do you think the school is?
How safe do I think the school is? I think the school is relatively safe. I mean, we have our gates here, and if parents want to come in during the school day, or if anyone wants to come in, they have to buzz in and talk to the office first. So I think it's relatively safe.
What do you think about the academics here, and do you think it prepares students for college?
What do I think about the academics and if it prepares students for college? From what I've seen, because this is my first year, I think that the academics are pretty good here. I think there's always room for improvement, and I think the goal of the school, or of any school, and of any teachers, to always do better than they have been for preparing students for college. So I think that this year is a year where we are trying as a school to prepare our students for college in a way that maybe that hasn't been as great as in previous years. Not to say that it's been bad, but the goal is that we improve always, and we'd hope that this year we could improve the students in a way that they've never been prepared before.
How do you feel about the school being faith-based, and how do you think it affects the students here?
How do I feel about the school being faith-based? I think there's a reason why a lot of teachers, myself included, are teaching at an Adventist school, and that's because to us it really does matter that faith is something that students get to have a part of their educational journey. I think that here at SFVA, you have teachers who genuinely care about their students, and a lot of that is because of how much they care and how important their own relationship is with God. And I think that is evident with the students. You see a lot of the love between student and teacher, in the sense of just knowing that there are teachers here who care about them, and I think they feel that, and I think that enables them to succeed academically in a way that maybe isn't always possible at schools where you're not allowed to have that luxury.